Okay, so the first product demo that I want to do for all of you is with our Envirocloth. So I'm going to give you a little bit of history, and then I'm going to show you what is called the chicken demo, which in my opinion is one of the best demos to showcase the Norwex products. So Norwex was actually created back in the 90s in Norway. Norwex stands for Norwegian Experience. That's actually what it means. And I'm sure all of you have heard of the microfiber, but our microfiber is very different to anything else out there on the market, and I'll give you the reasons why. So I'm sure you've seen them at Walmart and at Canadian Tire and in the dollar store, but what they don't advertise is the quality of the microfiber and what defines a microfiber. So if you were to take a human hair and split it 6 times, that defines micro. Every one fiber in a Norwex microfiber cloth is split 200 ways. And why that's important is because when you're using our cloths to clean, those microfibers are the higher number of microfibers, allows our cloths to remove 99% bacteria off a surface, and the more that you have within a cloth, the more you're going to be able to pick up dirt, grime, grease, bacteria off a surface. So your J-cloths, your sponges, or your cheap microfibers are really just going to spread it around on a surface, where a Norwex cloth is actually just going to pick it up and then you're going to rinse it clean. So that's one feature. The second feature is that they contain silver. We're the only product in the market that contains silver within the fibers. And why that's important is because that is part of our disinfecting factor. So it's called backlock or anti-bac, and our cloths will disinfect themselves. So your standard, I challenge you, go into your kitchen, pick up your J-cloth, pick up a dish towel, and smell it. It's going to be disgusting, or even your towels in your bathroom. The products at Norwex with the anti-bac properties, the antibacterial properties, don't get mildewy, don't grow fungus, don't grow mold. So when you use them, you rinse them and you hang them to dry, and as they dry, they self-disinfect. So that's what makes us stand out completely differently to any other product out there. They all come with 2-year warranty, so I had lots of questions about the price. Everyone says, oh my goodness, $17.99 for a cloth is insane. They come with a 2-year warranty, and I've actually met people who have had them for over 10 years and they're still using the same cloth. So when you care for them properly, which is no using chemicals whatsoever. Oh, sorry, I forgot the third feature as to why and how our cloths are different from any other cloth. You use these with just water. So this is to replace your paper towel, your J-cloth, your sponges, whatever you would be using a scrubber to clean your surfaces. This one cloth will replace everything. I use this on my counters, I use it in my bathrooms, I use it on my floors, I use it to clean upholstery, to spot clean, to do windows, to clean my barbecue. This will replace all of your household chemicals. So we are reducing the use of chemicals within the home and the environment, on top of making everything faster and better. So this actually works better than any product I have used before either, which makes it even more fabulous. So they come in different colors. We've got graphite gray. Sorry, the lighting in here is not great. We have our pink, we have blue, and green. I own multiple, and many of my customers own multiple, because I will use one in the kitchen, one for bathrooms, I have one for outdoors. I've given one to my husband so he can use it and use it outside as much as needed. So that just explains the different colors that are available to you. I will move these out of the way to do the demo. So now what I want to do is something called the chicken demo. I have with me a lovely juicy piece of chicken, and I have a home testing kit. Not sure if you can see this. A home testing kit for protein. So this is a home version of what inspectors would use in a restaurant to be testing bacteria or the presence of bacteria. So just an interesting tidbit of information is, it's not so much they're not actually looking for bacteria, what they're looking for is proteins. Because what happens is when you have a protein that remains on a surface, the bacteria grows on top of that protein. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you a demonstration, and I'm going to show you how Norwex with just water, so just reminding you, there's no chemicals, you literally just clean your home with just water, how a Norwex cloth will clean up chicken juice right off a counter. And I'm going to try something different. I've never actually compared it to a sponge, so I'm going to try a sponge also and see how that goes. And I do my videos live, so let's see what happens there. So I'm going to take this lovely piece of chicken. I'm going to do 2 shots, one here for the sponge and one here for the Envirocloth. I'll just move that out of the way. And so I'll wet my sponge. A lot of people would use this. And wipe that up. Now I'm going to take my Envirocloth, saturate it fairly well, And you actually want to fold it multiple times because then you actually can use multiple sides when you're doing your cleaning. So I've just folded it, and I'm now just going to wipe away the chicken juice. So what I'm going to do is there's a little cotton tip in the end of this. If this turns purple, once I dip it in, so I'm going to dip it or wipe it in the areas that I've just cleaned up, and then I'm going to dip it back in. And if it turns purple, it means that there is a presence of the protein, which is where the bacteria grows. If it turns green, it means there is no protein present on the surface that I have just cleaned. So let's start first with the Norwex, or this is the Norwex side. So I have just touched the surface that I've just cleaned up chicken juice. And I'm just going to add a little solution. I'm not sure if you can see in the top here. I'm going to break this, and it's going to trickle down into the bottom, and it turns instantly green, which means I just cleaned up chicken juice with water and an Envirocloth, and there is no remnants of any of that chicken juice on the counter. And now let's try with the sponge and see what happens. And actually you can see, it's going to take a little second, at the bottom here, the bottom has turned purple, which means I have just used a sponge to clean up the chicken juice, and there's still a presence of that chicken on the counter after I have wiped it with a sponge, which is something that many households use. So I've also had lots of people, when I do these demos at home, say, well, how do we know this is real? How do we know it's not fake? How do we know your chicken's not cooked? So I'm just going to show you that this is still completely, and you can still see some of the purple residue. So I'm going to touch the chicken. And you can see it turn instantly purple. And I'll touch it on the juice as well, and then I will stick it back in here and give it a little shake, and you can see the color that it changes. So this is definitely real, and I have now just cleaned chicken juice off of a surface completely 99% clean of all bacteria. So that is one of my favorite demonstrations of the Envirocloth. Let me know if you have any questions.